Hey y'all, my name is Elder Black. Check the tag. I'm from the Clearfield 11th Ward. I'm serving here now in the beautiful lands of Birmingham, Alabama. I'm excited to share with you today my testimony that I have of the Savior, because I feel with all of my heart, with everything that I am, that Jesus Christ is the Savior of the world, that He lives today, that He stands at the head of this church, and that He stands at the head of this work. He's the Savior and Redeemer of the world. I know that He lives. I have a testimony of the calling of being a missionary and the reality of it. I feel the power of it every moment of every day, to be able to teach people the gospel and bring them closer to Christ. I've never felt anything like this before in my entire life. It's the funnest thing that I've ever done. I know that His work is real, and now it's been hastened. That's a very real thing. I've seen it in people's lives every day. So I know that Jesus Christ lives. I know that the work is moving forward, and that this is His work and His church. I heard that y'all get to go to Trek this summer. That is very exciting. I remember my time at Trek. It's one of the most fond memories I have of growing up as a youth in this stake, in the church. I remember that as they were getting ready to go, that I wasn't very interested in doing it. But as I thought about the experiences that I've had and that I will have going on Trek, I got more excited for it. I remember that before we went on Trek, we had to study, we had to find a name to take with us, someone that we would represent. I chose Samuel Jackson. One, because it's the coolest name ever. Two, because he has such a great history. He was a man who sacrificed a lot for his family, and he's someone that I wanted to learn from. So I went onto Trek, and it turned out to be one of the greatest experiences of my life. It was hard walking and pulling those carts just like the real pioneers did, but it was the most rewarding thing that I could have done at that moment in my life. One experience that sticks out to me is one of the nights that we camped out. There was a terrible windstorm, and it was blowing the tents down and taking them across the fields, and all of the adults there were so worried, and they were freaking out. A lot of the kids were scared, but I remember me and my friend Colby Rasmussen, we didn't have a tent, so we slept outside on a log bench. And I remember just how fun it was, that we were protected, no harm, no danger, and we woke up and it was a good story to tell. I remember very touching moments on Trek as we walked on the same trails that the early pioneers walked on, as we sat in Martin's Cove where the original pioneers went through and where a lot of them died. I remember the very distinct spirit that was there, the very distinct spirit that I felt as I pondered on the sacrifices that these pioneers made, the sacrifices that they made so that I could be sitting where I am right now today in Birmingham. And now I'm eternally grateful for the sacrifice that they made for me, for those that paved the way for me to be here. They made sacrifices so that you could sit where you are today. I remember that feeling of overwhelming love that I felt from them and from my Father in heaven. And it caused thoughts and gave me more motivation to go on to a mission, because I know that there's people out here that are willing to make a journey, that are looking to come closer to Christ, looking for His gospel, and they need a pioneer like you who's willing to make the journey and willing to make a sacrifice for them first. Trek was such a great experience. It was the funnest thing I've ever done, and it brought the youth in my ward, it brought me and my family, me and the leaders closer together than we've ever been before. There was such unity after Trek. There was such love. It made me the person I am today. So I hope that you decide to go, because it'll be so fun. So good luck out there. Have fun on Trek, and I hope that you have a good experience. I love y'all, and I'll see you very soon.